Welcome to my channel. So this is a circuit analysis topic. So in the previous video, we discussed the Ohm's law and its limitation. So the Ohm's law is a very basic thing and a very important thing in the analysis of electric circuits. Okay. So the next in this video, we are going to discuss about the Kirchhoff's law. Okay. So this Kirchhoff's law, it is also a very important thing in the circuit analysis. So using this KCL and KVL only, we are going to solve so many problems. Okay, so in this paper. And so what is the difference between the Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law? So what are the advantages and the disadvantages means if the simple if the given electric circuit is a simple resistive circuit means so using Ohm's law we can solve the problem. Okay, so the Ohm's law is also used to solve electric circuit. So if the circuit is a very simple circuit means if we want to find out the current, resistance and potential, voltage means we can use Ohm's law. Okay, but the network, if the network becomes complex, the application of Ohm's law for solving the network become very tedious. Okay, and hence it's a time consuming. That means if you want to solve the very big problem, very big circuit means if you are applying Ohm's law means it will take much time in order to solve voltage and current. Okay, so that's why in order to solve such complex networks, we are going to use the law. It is called as a Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so in Kirchhoff's law, there are two laws is there. Okay, Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. So both current law and voltage law together is called as a Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so there are two Kirchhoff's law, Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. It is shortly denoted as KCL and KVL. Okay, KCL means Kirchhoff's current law. KVL means Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so this is the comparison between Ohm's law and this Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so Ohm's law is now both Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law can be applied in order to solve electric circuit. Okay, but the simple resistive circuit we can use Ohm's law. Okay, the step is very simple. Okay, but if the network becomes very complex means if you are applying Ohm's law, so that process is very tedious and it is a time consuming process. Okay, that's why in order to solve the complex circuit instead of Ohm's law, we may use the alternate method. It is also a Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so there are two Kirchhoff's law. One is Kirchhoff's current law and another one is a Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so now we are going to define the Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law, and the related problems we will solve in the next videos. Okay, so first one, the Kirchhoff's current law. So the name itself, Kirchhoff's current law. So this one, it is full and full based on current. Okay, so in this Kirchhoff's current law, we are going to write the equation in terms of full and full current equation. Okay, so what is Kirchhoff's current law means? This Kirchhoff's current law, it can be applied for node. Okay, node or junction. So what is mean by node? Already you know the node is nothing but the meeting point of two or three branches. It is called as a node. Okay, so already you know the meeting point of two or three branches. It is said to be the node. So here you see the diagram. So here there are four branches given. This is the branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. So the four branches are meeting in one point. So this point, it is denoted as a node. Okay, node or junction. So Kirchhoff's KCL, this Kirchhoff's current law can be applied for each node. Okay, each node. So according to this Kirchhoff's current law, so what is this Kirchhoff's current law means? It states that the algebraic sum of currents entering any node is 0. Okay, so that is the algebraic sum of all current entering the node is 0. That is the Kirchhoff's current law. Or alternatively, we can define this Kirchhoff's current law as the sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. So what is incoming current? What is outgoing current means? So you see this diagram, and here the 4 branches, the currents are marked. So you see the IA current. Okay, this is the current IA. IA is a current flowing through this branch A. This is the IB, IC, ID. So in this IA, the current direction is mentioned like this. Okay, so what it means, this IA current will emerge from the node. Okay, so that's why this IA current, it is called as a outgoing current. Okay, so this IA current, it will emerge from the node to somewhere. So this current is called as a outgoing current. Similarly, you see the IB current. This IB current, the direction is like this. Okay, so this IB current direction is towards the node. Okay, so that's why this current is called as incoming current. Okay, similarly, what is IC? IC is a outgoing current. ID, you see, incoming current. Okay, so in this 4 branches, the 2 currents are outgoing, the 2 currents are incoming. Okay, so according to this current KCL, the sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. So here, what are all the incoming current? IB is a incoming, ID is a incoming. So you just add the incoming current IB plus the another one incoming current ID. So these are all the incoming current. This addition of the incoming current is always equal to the sum of outgoing current. What are all the outgoing current? IA and IC. Okay, so you just add IA outgoing current plus IC outgoing current. So this value, the addition IB plus ID is always equal to IA plus IC. This is called as Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, so this is a one thing. Then what is this? This first definition, the Kirchhoff's current law, which states that algebraic sum of currents entering any node is zero. What does algebraic sum means? So for any node, for incoming current. Okay, so for incoming current, we have to put plus sign. Okay, for outgoing current, we have to put minus sign. So for incoming current, okay, so you see for incoming current, the algebraic sign is plus. For outgoing current, we have to put the minus sign. Okay, so for this node, if you are writing the KCL, so you see what is the first current? IA. This IA is a outgoing current. So for outgoing current, we have to put minus IA. Okay, minus IA. Similarly, what is the next thing? IB. IB is a incoming current. So for incoming current, what is the symbol? We have to put plus. So plus IB. Then IC is a outgoing current. So minus IC. ID is a incoming current. So plus ID equal to 0. So minus IA plus IB minus IC plus ID equal to 0. This is said to be the KCL. So if you are rearranging this equation, okay, so in this IA and IC is having negative sign. So if you are giving this IA term and IC term to the right side, so we will get the equation as IB plus ID is equal to IA plus IC. Okay, so according to this equation, we can say that the Kirchhoff's current law is alternatively defined as the sum of current entering a node is equal to the sum of current leaving a node. Okay, what is current entering a node? Incoming current. What is current leaving a node? Outgoing current. So sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. Okay, so this is said to be the KCL. Okay, so this is KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So you just remember KCL is applied for node. For any node, first we have to mark the currents. Okay, either it is an incoming, outgoing, you just note down. So for an incoming current, you just put plus sign. For outgoing current, you just put minus sign. So according to KCL, the algebraic sum of all current entering the node is 0. Okay, this is the one definition. And alternatively, the KCL can be defined as sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. This is also a KCL. Okay, so you just remember it. So using this, we can solve the problem in the next videos. Then the next, the second law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so here the name, it is mentioning voltage. In Kirchhoff's current law, full and full, we will get the current variable. Okay, similarly in Kirchhoff's voltage law, we are going to deal the variable voltage. Okay, so according to Kirchhoff's voltage law, the Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the algebraic sum of voltages around any closed path in a circuit is zero. Okay, so Kirchhoff's current law is applied for node or junction. Kirchhoff's voltage law is applied for any closed path. What is mean by closed path? The closed path is nothing but loop or mesh. Okay, for any mesh or any loop, we can apply this Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so here algebraic sum of voltages around any closed path in a circuit is zero. It is said to be the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so mathematically this Kirchhoff's voltage law is defined as summation j equal to 1 to n Vj of t equal to 0, where V is nothing but voltage. Vj means different voltage, different branch voltage. So algebraic sum of different branch voltages is equal to 0 for any closed path. Okay, and alternatively, this Kirchhoff's voltage law states that for any closed path, the sum of voltage drop is equal to the sum of voltage rise. Okay, what is voltage drop? What is mean by voltage rise means? So you just see the diagram. So this is one circuit given. So here, if you are measuring, okay, so if you are taking the loop from here to here means, you see here the voltage V1 plus minus. Okay, so if you are looking from this minus to plus, okay, so if you are seeing the voltage minus to plus, minus means lower potential, plus means higher potential. So if you are measuring the voltage from lower potential to higher potential, we can call it as a voltage rise. Okay, lower potential is raised to higher potential. This is called as a voltage rise. Similarly, here you see, here the voltage is initially plus, in the next end it is minus. Okay, so the potential, the higher potential to lower potential, if you are measuring means that voltage, we are calling it as a voltage drop. Okay, this is called as a voltage drop. This is voltage rise. This is called as a voltage drop. Okay, so for voltage rise, the algebraic sign we have to put as a minus. For voltage drop, we have to assign the algebraic sign as a plus. Okay, so according to this KVL, for any closed path, okay, this is one closed path. So for this closed path, the algebraic sum of all voltages, if it is a voltage rise, we have to put minus sign. If it is a voltage drop, we have to put plus sign. So the addition of all algebraic sum of all voltages in a closed path is 0. That is said to be the KVL. So now you see, we are going to apply the KVL for this first closed path. So if you are starting here, so if you are starting from this voltage source V1, okay, so V1, what is this voltage value? The voltage value is from minus to plus. So voltage value minus to plus means it is called as a voltage rise. Okay, so for voltage rise, what we have to put? Minus V1. Okay, then if you are coming here, the voltage is plus to minus. So plus to minus means it is a voltage drop. So what is the voltage value? V2. So for voltage drop means we have to put plus V2. Then when we are coming here, V6 plus to minus, it is also a voltage drop. Okay, so plus V6 equal to 0. Okay, so from that, V1 can be written as V2 plus V6. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so V1 can be written as V2 plus V6. So this is one of the KVL equation. Similarly, we can apply the KVL equation for this closed loop also. Okay, so for this closed loop, so you see this is a one closed loop. So if you are starting from V6 means minus to plus, it is said to be the voltage rise. Okay, so voltage rise, we have to put minus V6. Then if you are coming here minus to plus, this is also a voltage rise. So minus V3. Then plus 2 minus, this is a drop. Okay, so plus V4. Then when we are coming here plus 2 minus, it is a voltage drop. Okay, so minus V6 minus V3 plus V4 plus V5 equal to 0. So if you are rearranging, we will get V6 plus V3 equal to V4 plus V5. So this is also one of the KVL equation. Okay, so for each loop, we have to write one KVL equation. So by solving this KVL equation, we can achieve our desired answer. Okay, so from this, this is the one thing. Okay, so the alternate definition for KVL is that the sum of voltage drop is equal to sum of voltage rise. So you see, if you are rearranging this equation, we will get V1 equal to V2 plus V6. So for this first loop, what is V1? Voltage rise. This V2 and V6 is a voltage drop. Okay, so for first loop, the sum of voltage rise is equal to sum of voltage drop. Okay, similarly for the second loop, you see V6, V3 is a voltage rise. V4 and V5 is a voltage drop. Okay, so we can get. Okay, so this is said to be the KVL. Okay, so simply we are saying either we can use this definition or this definition. Both are same only. Okay, the algebraic sum of voltages around any closed path is 0. Okay, or otherwise the sum of voltage drop is equal to sum of voltage rise. Okay, this is said to be the KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so in the next video, we can solve the problem related with Ohm's law and KCL and KVL in the next videos. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn the circuit analysis video and MCQ videos in my channel, there is a separate playlist is created in the name circuit analysis. Okay, so you can use it. So thank you. We will meet in the next video.